Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. Welcome to the 2021 Nations Cup season for the Gran Turismo Sport FIA Championship. We'll be taking a look at round 1, which is at Lago Maggiore center reverse with the shifted karts, so let's go ahead and get this started. For this guide, we have the brake balance at -1, although this is a bit more of a personal preference. Bring yourself towards the right and brake just before the yellow barrier on the right ends. Brake hard for a short moment, and then you want to turn in as you ease off of the brakes and get on the throttle as soon as you can. Go down to 3rd gear so the kart can rotate a bit more, then go back up to 4th gear. And you want to try to have just enough throttle input so you can get a fast exit, but at the same time make sure that the kart doesn't start to slide around, because if it starts to slide around, you're going to lose quite a bit of time. The S's can easily be taken flat out, but bring yourself towards the right, ease off of throttle as you make this left turn, use a tiny bit of braking if necessary, lots of throttle control as you go through the left turn, and then brake before you pass the yellow barrier that is on the left. Brake hard for a short moment and bring yourself towards the inside of the turn, using lots of throttle control to bring yourself all the way to the left, and then take this right turn flat out using minimal input and not getting too much onto the curbs. But that is pretty much it for this lap guide. Let's go ahead and take a look at the strategies. Before we take a look at the strategies, I do want to mention that some people might benefit from having the ABS off for the karts. So to do this, go to driving options, scroll all the way down, and I'll be doing that in a moment. Go to ABS and then you can turn it off there. Some people might have a better time having the ABS off or weak or even at default. So you can definitely play around with it and figure out which one works the best for you. And I would like to give a quick shout out to GT Boydie. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, because he did mention that while we're in this lobby together. But anyways, for this qualifying session, you only have 5 minutes to try to get a good qualifying time, but because this is a short track, your lap times are generally around under 1 minute or even around 50 seconds. You're going to have plenty of chances to try to get a good qualifying time. And you're going to want to be a little careful with the slipstream, because while it does make your kart go a lot faster, it does bring the risk of you getting too close to the kart that is in front of you. So you're already going at your top speed without the slipstream, and with the added slipstream, you're going around 2 to 3 miles per hour faster, which can actually get you really close to the kart in front of you. And if that happens, you risk ending up having to go around them, try to overtake them, battle them in a qualifying session, which is going to end up hurting your own qualifying time. So try to get just at least one lap where you're not under anyone's slipstream. However, you can take advantage of the slipstream if a friend is racing with you in the same lobby and is in your PlayStation party. So let's say that you're qualifying together, and in the first qualifying lap, you take advantage of the slipstream, and the moment that you're getting really close to your friend, they pull over to the side and let you by. That way you don't get interrupted and you don't lose time. And you just keep on going, you complete your qualifying lap, and then in the next qualifying lap, you reverse the role, so now you're the one giving your friend a slipstream, and they slingshot off of you, you pull over when they get really close to you. That way you guys can work together and try to qualify as high up as possible, taking advantage of the slipstream without the interruptions. But this will take a bit of coordination to get it right, and you also have to consider the other karts that are around you. So you want to try to do this in an area where there's not much traffic around you. But let's say your friends are not in this lobby with you, then you're going to be better off just trying to get at least one clean lap without any interruptions from the other karts, so you can at least have a good banker lap. After that, you can try to take advantage of the slipstream, hope it goes well, or even take advantage of the slipstream in between the final turn and the start finish line. But either way, you have plenty of chances to try to get this qualifying session right. But anyways, let's go on over to the race. So we're doing 25 laps at Lago Maggiore center reverse with the shifter carts. Fuel is at times 0, so don't worry about the fuel. And the tire wear is at quote-unquote times 10. Tire wear cannot be turned on in the lobbies, and it's more or less going to be the same thing in the actual FIA race itself. So this is essentially an easy no-stop race. Even if tire wear was actually turned on, tire wear shouldn't be an issue at all. But for those who have been playing this game for a while, you might recognize this race because this race was round 1 for the 2020 FIA Nations season. So this race is pretty much a cut and paste from last year. I'll also have the guide that I made last year in the pinned comment down below and in the card up above. Also, don't touch the grass. The carts don't like the grass. They don't like sausage curbs either, so don't touch that either. But anyways, the main difference between this year's race and last year's race is the slipstream. So this year's race, the slipstream is at 3/4 of a second, and it's stronger now versus last year where the slipstream was 1.5 seconds and it was a lot weaker. So this slipstream, the current slipstream that is, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. It's going to be easier to break away from those behind you, but because of how strong the slipstream is, those who happen to be within your 3/4 of a second range, they're going to stick to you like glue. So it's going to be really hard to shake them off. You pretty much have to wait for an incident to happen and hopefully they all knock each other off the track. And also, don't forget to use the radar on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Press the left or the right on your D-pad to change the multifunction display. One of them is called the radar, so you want to keep it there so you can have an idea of who is around you. So the main goal for this race is to basically stick to the slipstream of whoever is in the lead pack. As long as you're within 3/4 of a second behind whoever is in the back of the lead pack, you should be pretty much good to go. You just want to anticipate any trouble, try to stay out of it, and pretty much just hang around until the end of lap 25, because the end of lap 25 is where all the chaos is going to happen. And even during the middle of the race, people are going to get really aggressive with each other. They're going to start to push each other a lot, especially with the lack of a penalty system. So you're going to want to be very careful about that. You might even have to defend yourself if someone is getting aggressive with you. You pretty much want to be close to first place, but not in first place, so you can take advantage of the slipstream, try to slingshot past, and try to take the win at the very last moment. And because the slipstream only makes you go a couple of miles per hour faster, it's going to be a little hard to get the overtake done unless if you get a little aggressive yourself. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at places to overtake and the penalty serving zones. So the main straight, one good place to get the overtake done, especially with this turn being a hairpin. Take advantage of the slipstream leading up to the turn. The penalty serving zone is hanging out right here at the very start of the back straight. And on the back straight, you're more or less going to want to just hang back, wait until the hairpin later on, as that is going to be the next place to get the overtake done. This place right here, really risky to get the overtake done, especially because of the bump. And here's the overtake. You can try to chuck yourself in, try to get the pass done. Make sure you get a good clean exit through the final turn, otherwise the other carts will take advantage of you. And yeah, that is essentially it for this guide. These carts are really twitchy to drive, so if you haven't started practicing them and you plan to do this race, make sure you start practicing like right now, like now. Anyways, so that's all from me. I'm tired of dealing with these little demon spawns, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Actually, before I do sign off, I just want to quickly take the time to say thank you for the amazing support. We recently hit 12,000 subscribers over on Monday, and I also want to give thanks for the super awesome support for the manufacturer guide video. That one ended up getting like over 7,500 views, which kind of came out of nowhere for me, caught me by surprise. And I just think that was really cool to see, and I just want to thank you all for the amazing support. Also, for those who might be wondering, I know I've been getting asked about this, the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT guide, that guide is going to be coming out about a day after this video comes out on YouTube. So it will be coming in a little hot, so do be prepared to, I guess, watch that guide if you need a guide for it, I guess. Don't know how to word that well. But anyways, that's all from me. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. So this is Mr. CA wishing you a good race, and I'm definitely not going to be racing with these little demon spawns, and I'll see you in the next video.